It was dubbed the most important fixture since Uruguay in 2005, and it certainly was do or die for the Socceroos at ANZ Stadium. Ange Postecoglou sprung some selection surprises for the clash. Tim Cahill lined up as skipper while Aaron Moy was left on the bench. And Moy's absence was felt in the opening minutes after a lazy square ball from Mark Milligan.
That's a giveaway by Milligan, and they could be punished for it. Here's Omar Al-Soma, chance for Syria. They've scored!
Ange's mistake was soon rectified though as Moy came on to replace an injured Brad Smith. And within minutes, the Socceroos had an equaliser.
He goes first time, great ball, Cahill, goal! 1-1! Cometh the hour, cometh the man! International goal number 49 for the skipper.
A sigh of relief from everyone involved with the national team, and the Socceroos continued to push forward.
James Troisi opens up for him. Oh, good save.
A yellow card for Matthew Leckie could see him suspended for the next stage of qualifying as the 26-year-old continued to cause havoc down the right-hand side.
Ball in again, he goes for goal himself.
Milligan also awaits a suspension in the next round after he received a yellow card as the Socceroos tried to make their dominance count after the break.
Moy's delivery, Leckie. Wow, not far off.
The tension inside the stadium was clear to see, and Syria remained a threat on the counter-attack.
Al-Khatib as well. Here is Firas Al-Khatib.
Australia were getting desperate, unable to take the lead.
He cuts it back, Rogic! Really good stop by Ibrahim Alba.
Chance after chance went astray, with the 24-year-old proving the most dangerous from deep.
Rukavica, Tom Rogic. And again, Syria got a body in the way.
1-1, the scores remained, and to extra time they went. Bizarrely, a change of ref was required for the extra 30 minutes.
The experienced match official is not able to continue.
The new official giving the Socceroos an early advantage.
Al-Mawas has already been booked, and he's off.
Trent Sainsbury had a penalty shout turned down by the referee as Australia continued to threaten.
Beautiful ball in, good save.
The stakes grew higher and the Socceroos' fate relied on just one man.
Bruce hangs it up. Cahill, there it is! A half-century of international goals for Timmy Cahill. Deadlock broken, order restored, and all rise for the greatest goal scorer Australia has ever seen.
The Syrians came close at the death.
Thread here. Omar Al-Soma. Oh!
But it wasn't to be. One opponent down, 2 matches to go. Australia's road to Russia is still on track. Hugo McWilliam, Fox Sports News 500.
It was really difficult. I think we knew that we'd tire them out and we just had to wait for our chances. And in the end, you know, we got our goals, and it's just great that we can get the result, not only for the players, but also for the manager. We've been working hard, and yeah, they went down to 10 men, but you know, we're doing it the hard way, but it's feeling pretty good at the moment.
How tough was it out there tonight? Yes, they got one in early, but yeah, then we had to crawl back.
I think it was more mentally tough. I think this is where you ask questions of your players, and you ask, you know, in these sort of circumstances, who's going to take the lead and really go for it. You know, anyone with a bit of conviction is going to score in these games, and for me, I'm just happy the boss gave me the opportunity, and he believed me to leave me out there. You know, I've been feeling great. I've been looking after myself, and you've just got to, you know, bide your time and wait for the minutes. And tonight I got a lot of minutes, and I'm really happy for it.
You looked really up for it pre-game, and you just played 120 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like you're 37 going on 21, but you stand up in the big moments.
Yeah.
It's remarkable what you have achieved tonight. Does that sit with you? How does that sit with you? 50 goals for the Socceroos, Tim. It's remarkable.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's a responsibility. You know, when I play, I know the defender's going to be scared, but not be scared just because I'm Tim Cahill. Be scared because of my presence and also what I give. You know, I think more than anything is my passion and wearing my heart on my sleeve. And I'll run to the end for these players and for this manager. And in the end, you get your rewards. And for me, I feel great. You know, I can't wait to fly early in the morning, get back to training in the morning with Melbourne City. We've got a big derby, and for me, this is what football is all about. And I'm not going to waste an opportunity. And tonight, I'm proving that, you know, being professional as long as you can and respecting the game, that you're going to get the right rewards.
The qualification, it does continue. Panama or Honduras seem the most likely. How confident are you that we'll be there in Russia?
I think for us, it shouldn't really matter who we play. I really feel that now we have to take the next level as a group of players to really believe in ourselves, because this 4-year journey has been amazing, and it's all down to the boss's belief. And, you know, doing what he done tonight, we went for it. We put on 2 strikers, and even with 10, they had 10 men, and we won't take a step backwards. And for me, I'm just proud of, you know, everything that we can do together, and also how we can, you know, help kids that are watching the game to follow their dreams and do what we do. So I won't be slowing down.
Well, there's some inspirational words. There were some inspirational words from you just there, but from Ange Postecoglou, we hit extra time, exhausted bodies everywhere.
Yeah, you know, this is what football's all about, and I say time and time again, you've got to write your own script. And I said to Tommy Rodgick, I said, if you ain't going to make it your moment, I'm going to take it. And we're laughing afterwards because I knew I was going to score. You know, it's not something that you're overconfident about, but you put yourself in those right positions, and it was like waiting for a bus. I always say it. I didn't touch the ball much, but I did my job. I kept the defenders back. I made room for the 10s, and in the end I delivered. But that's what I've done my whole life, and I'll continue to do it.
Lucky your bus is on time. Big congratulations, Tim.
Thank you. Thanks, Tara.
His double tonight, Tim Cahill becomes the first Aussie to net 50 international goals. Second on that list is Damien Morey with 29, while Archie Thompson is third with 28. So Timmy well and truly ahead of the rest of the pack. Cahill has now scored in every calendar year since he made his debut. Let's now hear from Mark Milligan.
Yeah, well, I think the longer the game went on, we got a good stranglehold of it. Look, they fought with absolutely everything they had, and they were outstanding. They were very, very difficult to break down. They gave us an extremely tough match on our home soil, so look, hats off to them. But you know, our boys worked very hard. We know what we're capable of, and we knew it was just a matter of time. You know, coming late in the game, we knew we'd work them hard, and they'd done a lot of kilometres, and it was gonna start to hurt them more than us eventually.
Talking about lots of kilometres, you did lots of kilometres in tough, humid conditions in Malacca and then came out again and have just gone into extra time yourself. How was the body feeling, and how much did that play a part backing up and playing here at home?
Yeah, no, look, the body's all right. We changed things up a little bit with our formation. We went a little bit more aggressive. We're always aggressive. And, yeah, it meant a little bit of extra ground to cover, but, look, everyone worked extremely hard. You know, I think Lex and Cruzy out wide, you know, Rooker coming, everyone. Timmy worked outstanding. You know, that's just something that we have in us, that we work until we can't anymore.
Their first goal, an early sucker punch, a little bit of a wayward pass from you. Did that play on your mind? At least we made amends, but...
No, look, it happens, doesn't it? I didn't mean to do it. It was a little bit of a loose pass. Could have hit Tommy a bit harder. And unfortunately, the quality up front, they punish us, and you know that hurts a lot. But you know, you have to wipe it away, and you have to get on with the job. And I think for the most part, I did.
Confident of getting through against perhaps Panama or Honduras?
Yeah, I think the next round will be a different type of match. You know, they're going to present different challenges to what we've faced over the last 2 legs here. So, look, we're very excited to go through now, but we know that there's a lot of work still ahead of us.
So here is what it looks like now for the Socceroos. They obviously qualify through Asia, and they now have to move on to the final stage of CONMEBOL, the CONCACAF, the final stage of North American qualification. It looks as though they will play either Panama or Honduras, the 4th place team in CONCACAF. Now, they play each other, interestingly, at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. So you'd have to assume that the winner of... in fact, Honduras play Mexico and Panama play Costa Rica. So Mexico are top of that group. It'd be very hard for Honduras to get a result, while Panama are at home to Costa Rica, the second place side in that group. So at the moment, Panama have the inside running to finish 4th in CONCACAF, but anything could happen. The United States could also finish 4th, but they would have to have a lot of things going against them. They take on Trinidad and Tobago, who have only picked up 1 win in their 9 qualifying matches.
Ange, you're through. As heart-wrenching as it was, you're through. Where are your emotions at right now?
Yeah, we always find a difficult way to do things, and it's been fairly consistent during this qualifying process. But we got through. I think we deserved to get through. Fantastic effort by the players. Physically, just 120 minutes. They kept going to the end, and you know, Timmy was Timmy, and you know, that's why he's our greatest ever.
What a way to bring up a half century. Are there any superlatives left for him?
No, look, I said when he broke the 100 games, he's just, you know, he's a great Australian sportsman beyond our sport, and he's got an international record that will stack up against the best in the world, and he keeps doing it. I mean, I'd hesitate to think of the last time he played 90 minutes and he's gone out there and played 120. So yeah, he's got something about him for sure.
Is that why you start him? Apart from his aerial threat, is it the intangibles that he brings to the team?
Absolutely. I mean, you kind of know that. These kind of games throw up a lot of pressure, and you're looking for people who, you know, have been through it before and prepared to do what it takes. And you know, we try to put out a lineup today that was a little bit more experienced, knowing what we had to deliver, and you know, he was at the forefront of that.
What was your message to the team at extra time?
Just to keep going. I mean, you know, we're creating chances, and we knew physically we always finish strong because the opposition have to work hard to stop us, and just to keep going and have belief in what we're doing. And also, to their credit, they never wavered. They didn't get frustrated. They kept believing in what we were doing.
Another tough playoff awaits. The belief and the spirit in the team, do you feel that needs to be lifted ahead of this next stage?
No, I think if you don't get it out of a night like tonight, then, I mean, that's what football's about. There's a big prize at stake, and there's you know, other nations that are doing everything they can to get there, and we've got to overcome them. And I think nights like tonight is where you build belief, because the guys, you know, in tough circumstances overcame an opponent. We shot ourselves in the foot again early on with conceding a really stupid goal on our behalf, but again they keep going, which is the important thing.
The Syrians certainly put everything into it. You seem to have a little altercation with their manager at the end of the game. What was that about?
He was complaining about the referee, which I thought was a bit rich after the first game. So I wished him well, and away he went.
Honduras or Panama, it seems likely, awaits you now in the final playoff stage. How much confidence do you have that you can get past that obstacle?
Yeah, super confident. I've had confidence all the way. I mean, it's, you know, like I said, it seems to be the nature of this qualifying process. It's been a long one, and we've done things in a difficult way the whole time, and maybe that's not a bad thing. And I've got a full faith in these guys. They, you know, whenever it's needed, they keep delivering, and they keep believing, and they keep working hard. And yeah, I got no doubt come those two games in November, they'll do what's needed.
Just finally, the call to leave Aaron Moy on the bench. He came on early and looked sharp. Are you still comfortable with that?
Yeah, I'm always comfortable. I mean, you know, obviously it was disappointing for Smithy to go down, but you know, those are decisions that I make, and you know, with guys like Aaron and a lot of the guys in the midfield, the physical toll of these games, he's one of our special players. And I think him and guys like Tommy Rogic, they particularly as it plays a really high level, high intensity, we've just got to be careful how we use him.